This is Joseph Coco at MoCCA Fest 2014. I'm here on behalf of Becca Hilburn's Art Process blog, Keep on Truckin' Natto Soup. If you can introduce yourself, Matt.
Hey, my name is Matt Chic. I do Nightlight Comics.
Alright, and can you tell us a little bit about Nightlight Comics?
Yeah, started doing it in 2004. Dropped out of art school basically so I could kind of do my own thing.
Okay. Did you just not have the time, or was it too expensive, or were you becoming successful without the training?
Well, I wasn't happy with kind of the training. You know, I'd hand in something that I was very satisfied with, and then they'd, be like, B-, and I'm like, no, dude, this is exactly how it meant to turn out. So I kind of decided to quit, do my own thing, self-publish, and, I figured anything I don't know how to do, or if I had to, if I needed to learn how to do something, I can teach myself, and then I've just been self-publishing these since then.
There's certainly a lot of directions you can go on the internet with utilities like Gnomon lectures and that sort of thing, or even just being a part of an art community can help you out immensely.
Totally, and the more you do these things, the more you network, the more you get to meet people, like-minded. But I've been drawing my whole life, so, it's like I've had the influences from when I was a kid, kind of integrating themselves into my style. And, when I see something new that I like, or when I see something that's really working for me, then I'll just try to keep expanding on that. And I've been pretty satisfied with just doing this. Plus, I don't have any student loans to pay off. So,
that is a wonderful part about not going to school, because comics doesn't always make bank. So,
right.
But I don't mean to get too personal here, but would you consider going to art school as a mistake, or did you learn a lot from it? Would you suggest people at least try out art school?
Yeah, I don't ever want to. I come off like bitter, but I don't ever want to be like,
I'm not trying to bash art schools. Yeah, my fiance went to a CEQA program at SCAD, so there's good, there's bad. But is there harm in trying if you have the money to try?
No, not at all. Like I said, there was like some teachers, and there were some classes that I just didn't have any interest in, and I felt like it was, I'm not a very three-dimensional person, so like working with sculptures and stuff, I was kind of stubborn. It was kind of frustrating to me, and I'm like, I just want to draw what I know, and kind of like I wanted to do my own thing. But there were a couple of great teachers who definitely were able to tap into what I was doing and offer some great advice. So it can definitely be beneficial, no question about it.
Right. And did you keep those connections going to the future, even though you didn't necessarily graduate from the program?
I haven't, because it was so long ago. That was in like 2000.
Oh, okay.
2001, right around then.
Okay, and you said you've been drawing all your life. What got you started in comics specifically?
I don't know. My earliest memory, though, is I just remember drawing, Ninja Turtles in first grade. I don't know what I was drawing, if I was drawing before then. That's kind of like my earliest memory of where my brain started clicking in that kind of, a way. Turtles were huge for me. Eventually that grew into, like X-Men, and, the older I got, the more I branched out and saw the rest of the kind of stuff that was out there. And, my comics now are kind of like a middle ground of that. It's I got like the characters in the superhero outfits, but the content is very kind of grounded. It's just a lot of jokes. It's a lot of like slice of life. They tell you to make a comic that you want to read, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do here.
It definitely fits right into the independent comic scene well. Yeah. So I'm hoping you're going to do great at MoCCA Fest. We're just starting up here.
Thanks, man.
Is this your first year coming to MoCCA Fest?
It is my first year at MoCCA, yeah.
Attending and tabling, or you've attended before?
No, both. I just moved to New York from Milwaukee, actually.
Oh.
So now I'm, going to be hitting up the East Coast circuit, which I'm pretty excited about. Before I did like the Midwest kind of thing.
Right.
First time at MoCCA, just all around. But psyched, and things are going good. So far, so good.
Okay. And you said Nightlight is a webcomic, or it's primarily released in minis?
Primarily in minis. As I'm putting it out all always, as I'm getting stuff done, I'll always, post stuff online just to kind of keep it going. But it's not a
get
regular.
Your fans hooked in.
Exactly.
So, are you worried that now that you've switched convention scenes, because not a lot of people will fly across the United States in order to follow you essentially as an artist, are you worried that you're going to have to rebuild your fan base, or have you found that readers are coming up just as well as they did in the Midwest here on the East Coast?
If anything, I'm hoping to just expand the fan base.
Right.
I obviously don't know how many, if any, regulars I'm going to have here, flying out from, somewhere else to the East Coast. But, like I said, start a whole new crowd out here and just, kind of keep growing. That's the plan.
Okay, and how long have you been doing Nightlight now?
Started in 2004, so I guess it's about 10 years old.
So you've been releasing roughly one a year?
At first I was cranking them out like crazy. Then over time, it's slowed down to 1 or 2 a year. The graphic novel took a few years to do. I just finished this up. Came out about a year ago. I took a lot of time off to do that. Obviously, it's 260 pages. Obviously the biggest story I've done. Same group of characters, just kind of I wanted to do something bigger. I wanted to, show that I can tackle a larger story.
Definitely. So the Nightlights are more episodic?
Yeah.
Or it's just small arcs?
Yeah, in the minis, they were always just kind of smaller, little 6-page, 10-page, 12-page things.
Okay.
So I kind of wanted to, over the years as I developed the characters and their stories and their backgrounds,
it needed a longer form.
Right. Once I got to this point, I was okay, now let's do one big thing and kind of go from there.
And you self-published the book?
Everything's self-published.
Okay. Did you have a good experience with that? Moving to a perfect bound book from minis? I assume you were hand binding or.
I gotta. I'll take it to the shop. Have me do it. At first, when I started at first, I was doing the Kinko's thing. But that was when you could rip them off easier than you can now. So.
Yeah.
Now they don't have the counters anymore where you can just buy and say I only printed 2 copies.
Let's not condone. So.
I didn't.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll take full responsibility.
How did you hear about MoCCA Fest? Is it just you knew that it was one of the larger conventions for independent comics on the East Coast?
Yeah, just doing indie comics and self-publishing stuff. It's just making sure I'm aware of everything that's out there that can be done and should be done.
Okay. And would you have any advice for someone who's been in the producing comics for a while now that might be new to the East Coast, considering coming to MoCCA Fest for the first time?
No, not necessarily, since I'm just starting.
No regrets yet. So.
No regrets. I mean, it's like I think it doesn't matter where you are. If you're making something, and you believe in it, just keep doing it, and do the shows that you think you want to do. Do the shows you might not want to do. You never know which ones are going to be great. You never know which ones are going to totally suck. You got to keep. If you're doing something, you got to keep putting it out there and getting people into it. And, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where you are.
Right. So is there anything else you want to promote? Where can we find your work online, for instance?
Nightlightcomics.com.
And we can get the comics there as well, or just
you can order stuff. I mean, there's links on there. I'm always posting on Twitter. Always new artwork on there. Always new artwork on Instagram. I got the Etsy page up where you can get comics, posters, prints, original art. Nightlightcomics.com's got links for all that. But otherwise, I'm on all the social media. Matt Chic, MattChic. You can find me on all that stuff.
All right, that sounds great. I hope you have a good MoCCA Fest.
Thanks.